I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling really good this evening. I'm just feeling myself. I got my new t-shirt. I went to the gym, and now we have our podcast. It's Dropped Gears podcast with your favorite import lime shorty and a special guest with us today, Mr. Lingo, the
Wow,
Lingo Bingo guy.
wink
The,
it.
Wow.
the guy who has a identity crisis and changes his name every time it's up.
Every month.
Yeah.
It makes someone really mad.
True. We got some fun stuff to talk about today. Some things to recap, and some other things that might be coming up that you might be interested in. But first, let's have everybody say their hellos. And as always, ladies first. Lime, how are you doing this evening?
Hello. All is good. Actually, I'm really happy because I did some shopping. So, yeah, I cannot wait to put everything in the house. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm tired though.
Okay.
But yeah.
Gut. Alles gut bei dir, das ist gut. Findet das
Alles
gut.
gut.
Ja, gut. Okay. Und
Ja,
Shorty
genau.
Kel.
Yeah, everything fine. Waiting for Kacky finally to start, so I have
Gross.
something to do, and I
Gross.
may or may not be building another track of the day.
Oh no.
I'm doing it.
Backwards.
I didn't want to. No, I didn't
can't
want
wait.
to.
I
But
can't wait
I
for
have
it
an
to
idea.
be rejected. I can't wait for it to be
It
rejected.
is way worse than backwards, and it's definitely not gonna get through.
It's not gonna get through. You have to make it stupid easy.
Yeah, we will see about that. Maybe
Mm.
I
No,
don't know.
you can ask the homies, hey, get on map review right now. So we all review
No, I
it with
don't
a
like.
5 stars.
I don't like doing that.
Oh.
But maybe I will have to resort to doing that. We will see.
You have to trick the system, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of ways to trick the system, but I said goodbye to one of them, which never really worked out anyway, so...
Don't
Well,
worry.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hello, Lingo.
Hello,
You-
Lingo.
Oh,
Also,
Hello, Lingo.
let me introduce Lingo, the very talented, gets div 1 almost every single day at Cup of the Day. He's cracked, he's jacked, and honestly, this is his face reveal, I think, right? This is your first face reveal to Trackmania community, right?
Nope.
Oh, well.
No,
Anyways,
I
he looks adorable, by the way. Like, I just want to,
No.
like, squeeze him.
No.
No, but like the first time I did the first reveal was I think like months ago, like 6 months ago. Like
Yeah.
like
yeah,
did it
you
once or
did.
twice on stream, so
Oh, okay. Cool.
it was like a follower goal. But yeah, I don't really like doing a stream with facecam. It just distracts me.
It just distract you? You just put it somewhere where it doesn't distract
No,
you.
it's not because of that. It's because of the chat. Because of my chatters. They all say like, "Oh, Lingo, you're so hot." Like, like it's some weird thing.
Imagine that being your problem.
And I see one of them in
It's
my chat
struggling
right
from
now.
success, dude.
It's always like that. So.
Man, it must be so hard being good looking, where you just turn on your camera and everybody's like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." Oh, I hate you. Disgusting. I have to make effort every day, and I still look like a butterface. So it ain't happening.
It's fine.
Some of us didn't have it, and the ones that have it suffered from it. I can't believe this.
So in the end, everybody's suffering. Amazing. What a nice world.
But it's okay. My chat is always like this, so it's fine. But otherwise, I'm doing fine. Like I just finishing cooking a route for potential cup of the day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm not doing the scenery, by the way. But I send the map to somebody.
Did you try it or did you just?
Oh no, 5 minutes route, boom, send it.
No, I mean the scenery stuff. Like, did you try the scenery at all, or did you just immediately give up?
Immediately gave up.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Oh man, I tried like just after like 10 minutes, I was like, oh no, I cannot. It's already bad.
This is not my thing. Just throw it to someone else.
That's how
but the person, I asked the person first, but he said yes. So
yeah, man, I need a new scenery guy. Like the one that used to do it for me doesn't do it anymore. And I feel exactly like you. Like I started, and I'm like, yeah, nah, what the fuck am I doing here? Just get out of here.
I'm just pressing some random blocks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
but I
ask
have
the
to finish the
Doogie guy.
road. I have to
Yeah.
finish
Yeah,
the
the
road
doogie
first.
guy.
And last map it worked, It just was cheap scenery, but it was okay. Spam did say it's a disgrace that I spent 30 hours on a map and that's the scenery, but I don't care. It's not my issue.
Well, speaking of maps, a map pack release, the XPEvo map pack released on Tuesday, which was ahead of the planned schedule. Originally, we intended it to release on the 22nd, but after certain individuals strongly and very passionately told me that I am mentally
Challenged.
mentally challenged. Yeah. That's we should release it the day of the event. And while I think the delivery of said passionate message was a little much, they had fair points and their points were fair, and I think they were right in this case. They can be right, but they can also be nice when they're right.
I kind of feel like you're saying something that Nadeo would say. Just saying.
Why are you becoming
maybe,
Nadeo?
Okay, you can't compare Nadeo to this because you can say something nice and correcting, and they'd be like, correction. Woo.
Yeah, but
All right.
Wait, we got the maps released because of what we talk on my stream?
No.
No,
Okay,
no.
good.
But maybe that played a role as
I'm
well.
not, I'm
but I
not
don't
going to
think so.
mention who was complaining or whatever. They can mention it themselves. But
I think we know it anyway.
But even on like one of the person that actually said that, like, you just said it like me, this person, like
yeah.
So I don't know everyone chatting.
I just know that nobody will ever talk to me because I'm a nobody.
What do you mean? You're a Div 1 player now. You're basically one of the big guys.
Exactly. Second best performing Evo player today in Cup of the Day. I beat Josh,
Second,
full
and you
speed
become
player.
a
So
shorty.
I was the best full speed player for Evo today. So easy.
Me?
You're not full speed player.
Why?
Because you can't play on Sundays, so you can't play full speed. Full speed's always on Sundays.
Really, man?
Is that a rule?
No, he can't play on Sundays. He works on those days.
Yeah.
Who works on Sunday? Sunday is for closest stuff.
Yeah. Here in Germany, we have sensibilities here, at least about that day. But in Canada and the USA, they believe you work every single day. Every day.
A lot of my
day.
friends work on Sundays.
I mean, until it was the same, but I got used to not having anything on Sunday, right?
I mean, if you work on Sundays in Germany, at least you get more pay for it. So depends on your situation.
I don't like full speed, so it's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, good one. Good take. Good take.
Good take. Mark, are you still here? You have a. He's not a troll. We promise.
Not a troll anymore.
Now you're gonna yeah. Yeah, so we had the map pack release. Overall, it sounded like there was really good feedback. Seemed like everybody did like the maps from the feedback that I saw. One particular map had a little bit more criticism. But overall, I think the map pack was successful. Yay! Everybody pat themselves on the back. Good job, Shorty.
Well, to be fair, I didn't do much.
Lingo.
Let's be honest.
Got Lingo.
The gecko guys. Yeah.
He just woke up.
Good morning.
Good morning,
You mean
Gecko.
apart from Ezio, who absolutely hates Doogie's?
I wasn't gonna say that. He got mad when I was teasing him yesterday, so I'm not gonna say anything more. So, yeah, some people did not have favorable views of Doogie's map, but
was
I like
that the ice map?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, it's just the problem with the map is just that the drift before the ice is hard, and
it's hard.
Pretty much like the whole map depends pretty much on the drift. Yeah.
Doogie Maps is the one that has ice?
Yeah.
It's the one with like the really tight drift before that and into ice to the ice.
Yeah, no, minus.
No, like the whole map is fine. The whole map is fine. It's just this little part of the map that is kind of making it really changing.
No,
yeah,
actually, the map was really good, but the ice part is
The ice
Yeah, I
part's
got
not,
it.
it's not the ice part.
No.
It's the drift going into the ice and the
Yeah, no,
drift
it's
going
it's
No, I
because
can do the reef. I
'cause-
cannot do the ice.
because you go from gear 4 and you have to drift all the way down to gear 2,
cold.
and then you have to from gear 2 pray that you
Bye-bye.
don't hit both corners and get gear 3 into the ice, and it's a little difficult. Honestly, my part that I probably could have brought out in when I was testing some of the maps that I just didn't think about really because I didn't have too much time to test. I let the testers do their job. I played each of the maps and everything beforehand. But the part that I feel like could have been improved or thought about a little bit better was the dirt section after the ice. Just because the line is a little bit rough. It's a rough line. If you're too fast, you have a high probability of hitting one of the walls, even if you have the correct line. So like you have to either slow down or already be slow entering into that dirt section afterwards. But overall, the rest of the map I think is fine. The beginning, I love the beginning. Beginning's like the first half, including the double like RPG esque quarter pipe jump sort of type of thing like that I really like. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty much everything leading up to the ice section I like, even the drift, although it could have been done maybe just a smidge better. And then the dirt section is the dirt section is rough, but outside of that, map's good.
I mean,
For
to be
me,
fair, I think it's a map you either hate or love, and like,
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of knew that before, and that it's gonna be the controversial map, but yeah, maybe it's not bad having at least one of those, right? If all of the maps would be rather questionable and people would either hate or love them, it's a problem maybe.
Yep.
But having 1 out of 5 maps being a questionable one, where it's not like the map is just bad, it's just that some people are gonna hate it and some people are gonna love it. I think that's fine.
Well,
I
I mean,
people are gonna hate it because they're a skill check. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing we're talking about the map pack because now I can finally talk about our whole process of why, not necessarily the review process, but the process of why we chose the maps that we did. And our first goal was to make sure there was diversity in the mixed maps and how they were presented in the map pack, because mixed is very easy to have a very run of the mill type of very similar maps with just like it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. You can have your grass section, dirt section, and if you're not careful, they can all be the same, and that's what we wanted to avoid. So if you notice, each map has its own type of theme to it. Now there are 1 or 2 maps specifically like trap or motions, which are more traditional, mixed in the sense where some parts may be a little bit more technical. But for example, Carlucci's map was a very fast-paced, precision type of mixed map. That's something that we definitely wanted to have. The Doogie map was a little bit more. Some people use TeamGL. I don't like to. I'm not going to use that word.
No, not really Team Geo.
It's not TeamGL because there's no identity. Like to me, if you say a TeamGL map, I assume there's going to be an identity. There's not really an identity to the map, but it has more diverse elements. It's the only map that has an ice section. We really didn't have any good maps that had ice represented properly. Majority of the maps that had an ice section were typically very uncalculated and just were not overall great. So we wanted to have a map that at least had some ice representation in it, and Doogie's map was the one that made the best, and also the rest of the map flowed relatively well together. So that's why we chose that map. And then the last one for Roxy, it may be visually overwhelming, but Roxy's map is very precise and flow orientated. Like there's a lot of flow to the map. There's a lot of sections that I feel like are very smooth with the transitions even. And I wanted a map to kind of represent that as well. So that is why we picked the maps that we did.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
There's one turn on the Roxy's map that is very, very questionable.
Which one?
Like, it's a sausage turn to it's like a really tight sausage turn into dirt before like grass section.
Hmm.
You
Like
mean
at
at
the
the
start?
start, the left one?
Yeah, this one. Yeah,
Mhm.
this one. Yeah, this one is really questionable. I would be honest. Like it's just like if you're going too much inside, you're dead. Like you're just going to fly. If you're going too outside, boom, you're dead. Like it's really like
And in some cases, I feel like, yeah, you're right. Like, it's a difficult section, but I feel like a major theme that we heard from feedback, specifically when we're thinking about Trackmania or just other competitions in general that have mixed, the common feedback is that maps are too easy, and we knew that the level of the competition was going to be a lot higher than your average Trackmania online competition or LAN outside of like world, like actual TMGL or Ascension. The level of this competition is extremely high. So the main feedback I heard from the top echelon of players was that maps were too easy. And so I wanted to make sure that we had adequately difficult maps that weren't just difficult because they were difficult, but they were difficult for the right reasons. Where you had solid sections that were recognizable and playable by everyone, but there were specific sections or a specific couple elements of the map that had to be precise to be able to push the boundaries and force players to actually be active during rounds. That was the idea.
Oh, but it's fine. I never said it was a bad turn. I just
No,
said like.
I'm just explaining. Like, no.
No, it's fine.
I'm not.
Like, otherwise the map
That's
is
the
fine.
I just
entry,
have to
right?
say that to the mapper, you know? That turn? Horrible. I don't even remember the turns. I don't even remember the maps.
That's the I
It's
know
also-
I know what but I know exactly what Lingo means. Like when I played the map the first time, I also had a lot of I struggled with that a lot because the entry just was so weird because it's bumpy and you don't think it's bumpy, but the exit of the turn I think is totally fine. The entry is a little bit weird, but I think like after I played it a bit more, it was fine. Maybe after like 5 more hours, it becomes annoying again, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Also,
But
there's
I
like
get what you mean.
there's also like a right turn, like a right drift turn, like uphill, like into like this one is weird a little bit, but like it's something that I've really never pretty much seen before, like a competitive
Yeah, he
map.
has
So
some interesting drift turns in the map, and I mean, it was a mix for the reason wasn't solely because of the route, um, for obvious reasons. I think Roxy
anyway.
demonstrated visually, while for some it may be a lot. Um,
Wait,
you
that
have
map
we
is the one that had the cathedral?
So like
Okay.
I know a lot of the main criticism for that map is the visual portion of it, but we also have to remember that the competition is also a show, and we're doing a production for the show. And for your average competition maps are very low scenery, very like pure competition focused. And I think that we tried to find the correct balance in some case, and maybe in this case we went just a smidge overboard, but I'm still happy with how it ended up. But we needed something for the viewers to be able to see and also feel that feel involved in with, because sometimes just the competition itself isn't enough, especially like if you look at maps from like what would be a good example of a recent competition that I'm trying to think of that was it was not EMC, but it was caught. There we go. It was the tech tournament. The maps were just straight up tech, obviously, because it's a tech tournament. But as far as like visually compelling, it wasn't visually compelling. And you saw that based on the viewership numbers of the event. Like the teams that had their current viewership, those players watched their teams and whatnot. But outside of that, from an outsider perspective, somebody who may not have been familiar with tech or the tournaments or anything, for them it's not interesting enough. It's like, okay, it's cool, it's competition, but like all I see is somebody drift left, drift right, and like there's nothing else to look at. So, but at least with like some of the maps, you could see a lot of different interesting stuff. Specifically, the reason why I'm bringing up Roxy's map again is because you see recognizable things like the cathedral. You see the theming is immaculate. You got our color themes, you got everything, and I tried to have that in every map without trying to overdo it. So.
Actually, that map, yeah, you could argue that it has a little bit too much, but to be honest, it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful map. The scenery
and the overhead
is
too,
like...
where he plotted out the entire outline of Cologne city proper. Like,
Oh, really? I didn't even notice
he
that.
went overboard on like the theming and everything.
No, but
Like,
the theme is like, I
was
like
great.
it because it's like the iconic map of the competition, you know? because it would have been nice to have a map like that it has a theme for Trackmania, but it didn't happen. Like with the iconic places of Hamburg.
It just
But
had a mod pack and that was it.
yeah, but this map actually feels like it's a celebration of XPEvo
I feel all
happening
the
in
maps
Cologne.
are. I feel like they all have proper like a celebration of the event and also
No, but
where it's
this one is
located.
like
But yeah, this one specifically.
the
Yeah.
map. You know, if I had to show someone like, hey, how was XPEvo, which was the map, I would show them that one. You know,
Yep.
not
Yep. And we wanted something to show like our sponsors and our partner to be like, this is like I consider Roxy's map to be the flagship map of the map pack.
yes.
No offense to any of the
Any of the
other
other
mappers,
mappers, scenery guys and stuff.
from my perspective, when I'm marketing and I'm trying to sell an event, I need something that's visually appealing and going to catch their eye, and this is something that's going to catch their eye compared to the other maps, which are also visual appealing, but they don't have any recognizable features that some might be able to bring into the real life in the real world.
Exactly.
So
I mean, they don't follow the theme so hard like this other map. You know. Either way,
Yeah.
all the other maps were really fun to play
Mhm.
as a beginner.
I was okay. Another map that I thought was kind of surprised, at least for the streamer events. The map I was surprised that people were having so much trouble on finish wise was Trap by Spec. People, it was funny to me how nobody could like, well, except for like a couple people, understood the line for the finish. That's the finish with the very small beam on
Yeah.
the right side and the no engine part on the left. Um, and if you don't have the line, you'll clip the beam and you'll like fall off. And it was so funny just kind of watching so many people struggle on that when it's like,
that one.
yeah,
Wait. It's the one that
it's the first
before
map.
the ending, you have to go through a dirt, and then
Oh,
you have like a
no.
really
No.
Which one is it?
It was the very first
It-
map.
It was
The
the very
engine
The
first
off,
map.
very
where you,
first map? Oh yeah, that
where you
map was
just go
actually
over the
really
engine
good.
off
I
at
like
the
it.
end if you don't go for the risky.
I know, but like that dirt outside line, like the last dirt. Oh man, I just got it like once, like
That's
really
Doogie's
good.
map. That's
No.
Doogie's map that you guys are talking about, I think.
No,
No,
Roxy
I'm talking
also
about
has a
Trap.
dirt uphill.
Yeah, like right
Trap
before
up.
the end,
Yeah.
like right before the last drift.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's the
right,
left one
right.
after the plastic.
I know, like this one is insanely hard. I
Yeah,
got
well,
it like
it's the Gear
twice.
4 one. The good old Gear 4 dirt one.
Also, just want to mention for the people on Spotify, we have map preview videos for all 5 maps up on our YouTube channel, made by the wonderful Lakadal.
Yes.
And with the help of Import, who drove all the runs. So blame Import for
Wait,
the
why
bad
did you
driving.
let Import drive the runs?
Yeah,
Look, we needed
why?
Lakadal
Yeah,
Lakadal needed replays, and he was like, if you can just give me good clean runs, and I gave you clean runs.
Are you sure about that? I want to see
I'm
those
sure
now.
about clean.
I mean, they were all gold medal times.
Yeah, gold medal. Mm. Nah, on competition, but still, I want to see those runs now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Well, to be fair, coming from someone that drove a lot of runs for videos or sometimes because certain mappers ask me to do that sometimes, I don't think the time itself actually matters that much. I think the run
It
needs to
doesn't.
look good.
It
So,
needs
for
to
example,
follow
if
the line at least.
if like a drift, like imagine a drift and you get the drift like really fast, but you have to release at the exit of it. That's gonna look worse than just getting the drift a little bit tighter, which is not as fast. Like you
Yeah.
want it to look good, or like steering corrections and stuff like that. You don't want a lot of steering corrections because you're not unfamiliar, but you know, like those kind of things. They are gonna look weird on the replay, even though they are technically really fast.
Yeah, I mean the runs that I did, I think I got them all done within an hour. So I did all 5 maps trying to get a decent run. And then I caught myself like hunting Kiesla's map by accident. So
Yeah, it's a good map.
Okay,
It's a good map. I like the
wait.
end.
We had a problem with the stream.
No, we're already back.
Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry
okay.
for interrupting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not full dead. It's just a couple of frames are lost. Let's put it this way.
okay, we're back. We're back.
Easy.
Thank you, Germany, for your copper wire internet and your bank transfer garbage and your inability to have unlimited phone data on your mobile plans. Anyways, I'm still triggered. This country. In some ways it's great. In some ways it's still stuck in the 1300s.
By
I
the
cannot
way,
believe that I had to pay €7 for 4 gigabytes.
I'm just hoping
Yeah,
the frames are
insane.
gonna be good in Germany. I'm just hoping.
Shorty, Shorty, I know you were about to have a comment, but before you submit that comment, I need you to fax me a form 3862, stating your intention to make a comment, and then I will get back to you in 3 weeks by mail, physical mail, to
By
which I
post.
will tell you no.
Yeah, and first you're gonna not send the physical mail, and then I remind you, and then you say, "Yeah, if we send it,
Yep.
you never,
Yeah,
I never
I
received
sent
it,"
it.
and then you send it again. I wait another month, and then there's a no.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to get a termin first.
Yeah, I need
And
you to
that
set
takes
an
2 months.
appointment that I will cancel because I'm going on a month-long vacation.
No, I love Germany. No, I just wanted to say, because you said the Kiesler map. Obviously, we tested the maps without knowing the mappers, but once we knew which maps are gonna be chosen, we knew the mappers at that point, right? I think that's fine to say. And when I saw it's Kiesler, I was like, yeah, this, because I had a feeling. I had a feeling it was Kiesler, especially because of that last drift, the inside pole there. And I went to Kiesler, and Kiesler, yeah, I knew it was you, and he was like, yeah, but I didn't map that turn. That turn was built by mine. I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that is the
a
Mimes
lot
and
of
Kislev
drifts with
map,
poles.
right?
Yeah.
That map was awful in my opinion, as a beginner opinion, to drive it, because I was like, there is no space for mistakes. There's no space for
Yeah.
other lines. So I was like trying to follow something, and every time that I was trying to drift into something, I drove into a fucking pillar. Every single time. And I was like, oh yeah, this is not for me.
I will be honest,
This is not.
even for me it was hard. Like, it's, for me the map is just a start. It's just like, get the start and you're fine for the rest of the map. Like for, like, the thing, the pro players, it's really like a specific line you need to get to do like the start like really correctly, because like this plastic is a little bit like, if you need to get like the full grip on like the circle, like in the plastic, like, you need to get the full grip so you can get like the turn very good. Like, if you don't get
Yeah.
it fully and you're going really inside, you lose a gear.
You
Like
talking about
instantly.
the first plastic
Yes,
section?
yeah, the first plastic.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that section.
No, like, it's okay. It's just
Mm.
that it's really like, you cannot do any mistakes on that
Yeah,
part,
it's true.
or else you're like, you're going to be like 1 second behind.
Well, the same for like in terms of plastic sections, Doogie's map, right? Like the very first plastic section is like pretty precise,
Yeah, it's
considering
precise.
you have a very tight transition and you have to like keep it super hairline thin to the edge on the inside to have like proper speed and angle. It's
Dude,
pretty
I'm trying
tough.
to remember the maps, but
Actually,
I remembered all the maps, but I don't remember who made them.
Doogie.
Wow.
No,
Imagine.
So helpful.
No, but okay, no, but actually, like the first turn, the plastic turn, is I actually really like it. This one is, it's really, but it's still like the same as its precision. But
It's not as hard as the Kiesler one, though.
yeah, I think the Kesa is like one up, like one up harder in this.
Like the Kiesler one is really fucking creative, and I think but with how difficult it is, it would maybe be suited as like the last turn of the map or something like that. But obviously, just just in theory, because obviously you don't want runs to die in the middle of the round very early. Like, you don't want those kind of rounds. You want close racing, obviously, and that's why usually, and also why identities on Trackmania stuff are just always at the end, because you don't want a map where the round is going to be decided after the first 5 seconds, because the first 5 seconds are an ice turn where losing the gear happens 50% of the time, something like that,
I just realized that 3 out of the 5 maps, I don't think actually, yeah, no, 3 out of the 5 maps have a plastic section in the like first 5 to 10 seconds of the map.
I'm
It's
trying to think.
because it's Roxy's with the you do the left drift, but it goes into a plastic section in between the two goalposts. Then you have Kiesla's with that plastic section with the grip, and then you have Doogie's with the plastic section. Technically, Spec's map also has a plastic section where you jump into that quarter, like half pipe, and then
Oh
go
yeah,
to the
this
right
one,
over the
okay.
sausage. But that's like very small. But yeah, I was like, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and also like the landing on this plastic like on trap is really important. Like
Mm.
like you like
To
the
keep the
intro on the
gear.
sausage, yeah, like if you don't have it, you're
Yeah, that grass
You're
section
mudded.
afterward is painful.
Yeah, but like when I was playing it, I was kind of getting like consistently. Like if you have like a specific line, it's fine. But it's if you're like really mudded, yeah, you're gonna be in the mud, even more in the mud after
Yeah.
that.
True.
I
All right.
you don't want to know what happened like when I was doing the discovery on stream. I was kind of mouthing a lot, I will be honest.
You were mouthing? I
No,
was
no,
just confusion.
No, I wasn't able to get a single run. Like I always crash in like one specific part on like every map. Oh man. But no,
Dude,
it's fine. Now that I know the maps, it's okay.
Are you sure
there
you're not
was
saying
a
that because you're on the
map.
podcast?
Yes.
There was a map that had a like water before a dirt section. I have to figure in my head.
It's
But
in
it was like
it's
this, and you
Carlucci's
go in
map.
between.
It's Carlucci's map.
And Jesus Christ, that was my in quote unquote my best map.
That's a speed precision map.
It was so good. That map is so fucking good. It felt so nice to play everything. And I got mad because I had one incredible run that I was like with all the other people playing it.
You want to know
And
the interesting thing about that map is that it was the first unanimously accepted map, except by the guy to my bottom right corner, Shorty.
Shorty, you didn't like that map?
No, I didn't reject it though, did I? I just did not click on accept.
You didn't react to it, but you told me you were like, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like the. I mean, I still just don't like the water. That's the only section I don't like. I don't like
The water? No, I think the
don't like
map
it.
was
Because
fucking fantastic.
if you full steer the water, you slide out. I don't like that. It's like it's not that bad. Like it's not like I wouldn't. I also considered it for the event, so it's not like I didn't think it would be. It was a bad map. I just don't like the water personally. Like the way you jump into it with the angle you have there out of the outside dirt. I just don't think you have a good angle into it, and then in it itself you slide out if you full steer, so you have to open up the steering under the water a little bit. It's just I don't know. I just don't like the flow of the water section there at all. It's not killing the map or anything like that. You know, you can easily survive it without issues. So it's fine. If everyone else thought it's fine, so it is what it is.
But it was the first accepted map you fairly unanimously. Like
yeah, I didn't
almost
disagree
immediately
about that,
accepted. And honestly, at that point, even though we accepted it, it was the first one we accepted. I think a week into the map pack. At that point, I personally was mildly panicking because we hadn't had that many great submissions just yet. We had maybe like 8 submissions at that point, and like we only had one map, and I was panicking so bad. But then after like 2 more weeks, once we got closer to the deadline, I think we had 30 submissions in total. And then then we finally and majority of the ones that we picked, Roxy's came in the middle, and second actually no, wait, I take that back. Specs map was also really early. But Specs map took like 16,000 iterations for us to get the finish correctly.
Yeah,
Shorty,
that is...
let's go through the finishes that we went through with Spec.
I mean, you know,
not Spec's fault really. It was just like we were trying to fit something that fit with his map, because like it was, especially the very first iteration of the map. It was very similar to what the current version is, but it was like a dirt uphill into actually that uphill drift into the plastic, It just used to be like an uphill drift, and then you went down. If you didn't have that drift correctly, I don't remember exactly. I don't
I
remember how
remember
the
exactly the first
was
iteration.
shit.
You had the dirt uphill as well. I think it was one to the right and not to the left, and then you had a drift afterwards. And the problem was if you lose the gear and if you go into gear 3, then the drift was totally fine. But if you keep gear 4, then you would run too wide. You would not be able to start the drift correctly. So that's obviously something that is not acceptable, because driving perfectly and getting punished for it is not good.
Yeah, it was that drift would throw you off, and then you would miss a speed check. So it went from a small speed check to, because it was like a little ramp, and
The
then
speed check was fine. It was really just the drift being awful.
yeah, it was a little ramp, and then the roadblocks, just normal tarmac roadblocks, afterwards into the finish. Then it went from that to a water plastic zoop.
I never played that
no.
version. I never even played that version, by the way. I have no idea how that
Um,
looked like, because when I tested again, then you were already at iteration 3 or 4, and I couldn't
Yeah,
test the old version.
if anybody's seen any of my maps with ice dirt zoops, like it was that, but with water plastic. It was I honestly I liked it, but I knew it wasn't going to be good for competition. So.
Man, Spy Guy, man, you can do better than that.
And then we
Pretty much.
went back to the small speed check, which then added another speed check, which Ice was mentioning in the chat. It was a jump up to the finish. So first it was like a small jump and then a secondary jump into a finish, and that was a pain because the drift beforehand still wasn't unchanged. Then he basically redid it with the drift into what it is now at some point after like version. I think we had literally 17 versions of his map uploaded at that point, but we got there. We got there for that one. But yeah, it was Specs and Karluki's maps that were first accepted, and then Roxy's came afterwards. And when Roxy released their map, they already had the scenery almost completely done at that point. And at that point, I was like, this is what I was looking for scenery wise. This is what I wanted, because the other maps at that point weren't really like super. They had good scenery, but they weren't like super themed. It just kind of had like a basic XPEvo kind of theme to it with like the colors, which is still good. And I mean, Spec had his cool little German flags and everything. But like when I saw Roxy's map, I was like, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I can also encourage the other mappers to kind of like push their theming towards. And then at the very end, last week before is when Kisla's and or week and a half, 2 weeks before, Kisla's and Doogie's maps came in. So, and that's how we ended up with the map pack. And the event itself, we've been talking about the map pack, but the event itself went really well. Everybody and their mom, minus I think virtual, and that was it, was there.
Yeah.
And we handed out VIP tickets to several streamers. We handed one out to Spammy, Maji, Janik, Grenadi, and then Trilux. And Trilux raffled his ticket to a viewer, and his viewer was like, I'm not going to attend XPEvo, so who should I give it to? And his chat pressured him into giving it to Barbos.
Wow.
So Barbos now has a VIP ticket.
I mean,
Oh my god.
It's understandable.
interesting.
Yeah. So congrats to Barbos, I guess.
I mean, it's not like Barbos had a say in that, to be honest.
Yeah, but Trilux's chat was like, give it to Barbos.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because now Azox, his twin brother, doesn't have one.
Right. And
Hey,
Azox has got
no, that's perfect, because then if you go into the VIP area and you see someone looking like Barbos, you know it is Barbos. That's great.
You just look at the wristband and see if they have the VIP or the tourney wristband.
Yeah, you can
But
tell
what
them
if they
apart.
act like? But what if Barbos acts like he lost his wristband and lets Azox?
He can't do
down?
that. You can't. You won't be able to get in if you lose your wristband.
Oh,
That's the problem for you guys.
So
Yeah,
make sure you don't lose your wristbands, boys. I mean, we'll have extras if people lose them, but like, make sure you don't.
Can
lose
I
your
just go
wristbands.
to the event having nothing prepared? Be like, yeah. Do you
I'm
not
VIP.
even know who I am?
I mean, you'll be
Actually,
staff.
yeah, can I say
so-
that?
I
Like,
mean, you guys would be staff. That's Easy.
No, Shorty's only staff for the podcast on Thursday. He's not planned in for anything, is he?
New changes incoming.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
I have no idea. I just imagined myself going to the venue and then be like, "Do you not even know who I am?" Just because I wanted to say it once.
Yeah.
No.
I still have to. I haven't actually even talked to production about the change, but I'm handling the host side, the pre-match and post-match analysis portion. Lyme and Shorty are going to be joining me as the
I mean-
analyst couch / desk for
It's
the
gonna be
event.
so fun.
And Lingo, no, you're not allowed.
Why?
You got to play the game. You got to win the competition.
Man, no, I'm too washed for that.
You have to dress up.
Oh my god!
mean,
I
we-
cannot believe that you
Lingo-
actually said that.
Lingo, we can switch. You just have to dress up for it, though. I still have to buy clothes
Do you have a
for that.
suit, Lingo? Do you have a suit?
Not for
No.
now, but
Yeah,
maybe I'm
you
gonna
need a
buy one.
suit.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, you need a suit so
Yeah,
you can be
man,
on
do a
the.
custom one for me.
Bro, me, Lime, and Shorty stayed up till 3 a.m. on Lime stream talking about outfits for XPEvo, and like me grilling Shorty questions about what he has dress wise, and if I need to like share my clothes with him, and trying to figure out what his size was and everything.
I mean, I did give you an option.
You did.
Yeah, that was the only option, though.
Yeah. He has one outfit, boys and girls. One. So
I have one outfit for like those things. Like I have one.
and how
suit kind
long
of
have you had that
outfit.
outfit for?
Yeah, I don't know, 10
Since
years.
14
Since 16.
or something?
No,
Since 16. Since 16.
Since 16. Yeah. A bit in the mud on that one.
I'm not going. Like, whenever do you need a suit? Like, usually every single time
As an
you would need a
adult,
suit.
you need a suit for a lot of things,
You
actually.
don't need a suit for a
I
lot
don't
of
see that
things.
picky, man.
Why?
Once you get close to 30 years old, you're going to start getting invited to a bunch of events that require suits. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't get invited to any events where I need suits. I don't know what
Aw.
you're talking about.
I'll invite you to a bunch of events that require suits.
I just
When I
wear a
get
button-up
married, I'm gonna
shirt
invite
and
you to my
black
wedding.
jeans.
You have to wear.
It'll be
suit.
the first one will be my funeral.
Stop.
Wow. Yeah, I'll buy something. All right, I'll buy something. It's all good.
After this event in September, I will be dead.
Easy.
Oh.
Mentally, of course.
Yes. Yes. Oh, we talked about it very briefly, but I have to mention it because I told Turbo I would. I was in call with Turbo for Trek of the Day today, and I got Div 1, and he didn't. He ended up in Div 4. So
Oh.
I finished better than Turbo,
Um,
and Turbo was mudded, but at the same time, he also actually complimented me. It was like, wow, I'm
Whoa.
proud of you, Import.
Wow.
And I was like, dang, thanks, Dad. And that was it.
Hey, yo.
Daddy?
Yeah, good job.
No. Can you...
Import when becoming pro.
Soon, TM.
next year, XPEvo next year, then
Yeah.
you're gonna be a player. Then you're gonna win.
I want to see Team GL and you. I want to see
Next
that
XPEvo, there won't even any be players. It'll be just me competing against myself
team.
and my
You're gonna
64
okay.
other clones.
You're gonna beat the culture guy, man.
Yeah.
But he's gonna retire before that, so.
By the way, I have a question. What do we do like during the event? Like, is there any way of us controlling if Barbos is actually playing, or is it, like they can just switch around seats and we would not be able to tell them apart, right? Just wondering. But, like,
We're
what do
gonna
you?
put
That would be funny.
a tattoo, you know, like a.
I mean, there's no reason for them to do it,
non-permanent
but
tattoo.
they could literally just switch around for fun and then just the other one wins. I don't know. It doesn't matter, does it?
Just put a sticker on his face.
Yeah,
saying
just for
Barbos.
the lols.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
We'll
sure they're
find
going
out.
to do it.
But what if
they're
they
not.
do?
They're gonna play fair. They're gonna play fair.
They're gonna play fair. I don't see them trolling. Surely.
But
Surely,
are
yeah.
they both good?
Barbos is better.
I think in the competitive setting, I think Barbos is definitely better, just simply because he played competitive so much more, especially with
Oh.
multi-style and in that setting. But in general, I mean, on Track of the Day, Barbers usually wins the 1v1s, but considering how many times they already ended up in 1v1s, I think you can't really say that Arzox is much worse.
That sibling rivalry.
Like they're both good.
How
Like,
many
this is-
times did they already have a final against each other? 4 times now? 5
I have no
times?
idea.
Like, that's insane.
I have no idea. But yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to the next section. Kacky is starting tomorrow.
I
Day after
mean,
tomorrow?
18?
Today? Tomorrow? Someday?
tomorrow at
Somewhere.
20.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow at 20, but something is gonna be 1 hour earlier already. That is Kacky feature. That's
they stole that idea from us because we released our map pack earlier, and they're like, "Dang, we got to do it too." The if you are a psychopath, just like Lingo and Shorty, who actually enjoy those type of maps, and
wait, that's wrong. I never enjoyed it, but I'm
Like-
gonna try this year because now I mapped and I kind of view it with a different point of view, and they wanted to make the maps easier this time around, or like not specifically easier, but they wanted to make the maps not have maps that just push it way too far, which in the couple before there were maps with validation times of 30 hours. Looking at you, Ville.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Unpopular opinion coming. This is my opinion, not the opinion of Evo. Please don't think that Evo. I'm speaking on Evo's behalf when I say blah blah blah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think that every time Kacky comes around, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I think it's the most boring thing ever. And literally all the streamers are streaming Kacky, and I just want to cry. So I have to go find another game to watch because for the time that Kacky's going on, it just like is so boring. I hate
Yeah,
watching it.
A lot of people say the same thing, and it's maybe a bit repetitive because every streamer is doing it. I get that. I also got annoyed at that myself last time, but in the end, I just watched someone playing Kacky anyway. Then, so
Yeah, I
yeah,
can't do it.
It's just 1 month. It is what it is.
I
I
mean, to
agree.
be honest, I
Maybe
like
next time
Kacky.
import next Kacky. Maybe try build a map yourself. I mean, playing. I never. Now, building a Kacky map is so much more fun than playing Kacky because the creative concept of building a map that works for Kacky is really cool.
Kacky is gonna enjoy that for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
I can
gonna
see it in
No.
his face right now.
No.
Yeah. Then
I'd rather
Volume 0.
No, I'd rather stab my eyes with pencils. Honestly,
I'm sure you would like.
do what?
I'm sure you would like to spend 6 hours trying to validate a map that you can't even be close to finish.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think like there was one map that I thought looked really cool, and that was XPEvo's map where he did like that. You do the nose slide on the plastic in a loop. That looked really cool. But like
Or like
outside of
the
that,
one that
like,
validate.
yeah, the one that he
Yeah, I saw
validated.
this one. This one looks really wicked.
Yeah,
It's
it
really
looked
wicked, yeah.
really cool, but like watching the same thing over and over for like hours. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, it's
I
not
can't
for
do
me,
that.
man.
No, but I mean, but on Kacky itself, you only have 10 minutes per map, so you kind
Yeah,
of.
it's really short time.
Yeah, woo.
I could.
Sounds fun, guys.
I don't know.
Sounds
I mean, it's
great.
fun to try because it's something, like tricks, that you can master in 10 minutes.
I think I'd rather get recanceled by the Asia Pacific region again than
Yeah, I mean,
deal with that.
you don't have to participate. I never really played Kacky myself either, but this time I'm gonna try. Maybe I have a
I
different
play
point of view of it.
I play the easiest maps on Kacky, like the ones that you can press forward and pray, basically. And there were a few ones that there were a couple of tricks that I learned. I was like, wow, I can actually believe that I can do this. Like,
I
I
mean,
didn't get them, but I got like 2 or 3 Kacky fields that for someone that has literally no skill. It was a lot.
I mean, they require different skills. Like, you don't necessarily have to be like one of the fastest Trackmania players to be able to
oh
finish
yeah, for
Kacky maps.
sure.
Like, that's the cool thing about it, you know? Or one good
Lingo
thing
disappeared.
about it.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Me,
disappeared.
me.
He couldn't he couldn't survive with imports saying that he
No,
enjoys
no, no,
Kacky.
no. Lingo was demonstrating what I do when I see a stream that streams Kacky. I just people leave.
Do we have the people leave thing?
Yeah.
We should. I'm pretty sure we
People
do.
enter, I think.
Yeah, people
Yeah, we
leave.
do.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
People leave.
Yeah, just people
good-
leave when I
good-
see that.
Good emote. Good emote.
Yeah, it's a great emo.
I don't really like watching Kacky unless it's a Gecko playing it because he teaches me how to do stuff. But other than that, no. Unless it's this really good Kacky player. I forgot his name, but he literally completed Kacky last time. It was the only one, I think.
He's back.
There were multiple ones last time.
No, but
Is it
Simo.
Techie or
Oh.
Simo?
No. It was Simo.
Wait, what are those?
What is that?
What?
It's some caramel cookie, something like that.
Caramel cookies?
It's really
Yeah,
good.
and enjoy yourself.
I like Lingo's vibe.
This is what I'm gonna be feasting on after this podcast. Flaming hot
Whoa.
Doritos.
Also, it's funny,
Wait.
Lingo, in 21
Paprikache.
episodes, Lingo is the first guest that went up in the middle of the podcast to grab a snack.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I'm telling.
Can I also go get a No, I would have
You
chips.
know,
because
Oh,
that's
actually, yes. Go. Why? Actually, Shorty, why don't you go ahead?
Why should I?
Why don't you go ahead, bro?
Okay,
I know why you're saying that, but no.
Why don't you go ahead and go grab a snack, Shorty?
You
What's
just
the matter?
want the people in the
That's
stream
fine.
to see how the autofocus
Chat,
focuses
okay,
even if I'm outside of my door.
Spotify people, I'm so sorry you're not going to be able to see this. Shorty, I need you to go do something around your room real quick.
Yeah, okay. Okay, just
I
quickly.
just
I'm
need
gonna
you to.
quickly also go outside of the door. I mean, you can probably
The people in the chat enjoy this.
Oh, we got a butt shot.
it
Nice,
just
nice.
follows me around like I can.
He literally could have.
Hello.
Oh wait, it didn't
Follow
follow
me.
him this time.
No, because
oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, there we go. And then literally he can leave, go out to his thing, and then he'll when he goes away, he'll come back. And then it focuses on him as he walks through the hallway. Bro, homie could have a let's
I don't see it myself.
homie could have a legit let's chat stream where he just does things around his room and cleans his room, and people could just donate to him. I'm telling you, Shorty, this is a business opportunity you're missing out on.
I'm not so sure about that.
Dude, this is the funniest shit. It is so silly.
This is the funniest shit. Oh my god, he's walking around this room.
It's entertaining.
I get it, but it sounds so stupid.
with the MySpace quality camera and then it following you with it's great. It's great.
Oh, it's
love
so
it.
bad that it's so great.
Now you just need to
know?
start doing your TikTok NPC stuff
Oh my
reactions.
No.
I won't do it.
Kacky is so good. Just to annoy you.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but then he did it. I'm proud of you, Shorty. This is why we're friends.
You're welcome.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Yes. Okay. Well,
this is funny.
yeah, Kacky's happening. Ascension, they're releasing their events. Their qualifier events. They have a qualifier event at the beginning of September on the weekend of the 2nd, I think. Of September.
I have
see.
no idea of Ascension.
I
But I saw the map that he built, the tech map and stuff, because I was watching Massa playing it. I think that that is the best map he ever built.
The
it
tech
actually
map
has a brain on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know which one you're talking about.
Many turns.
Yeah, I was like, an actual somewhat viable map. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really interesting.
I was like, it's competitive. Interesting.
I heard he built a map with a backward start, but I never saw something like that.
Well, they've been releasing maps every 2 days, I think, so at some point, like, the map pack will be done and over with. But I haven't really seen people, like, streaming their training, because I think they're trying to hide their training.
Like the only person I really see, it's like Masa and Mime playing the Ascension, but
Wow. Mime is actually practicing XPEvo maps right now.
Wow.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
he's playing Further by Carlucci right now.
Also,
You know who's also mapping? Dexter is also playing XPEvo maps.
because he's coming to XPEvo.
Supposedly he is coming to XPEvo.
Yes,
Oh,
I
he
know.
coming?
Which is surprising.
there's no way.
I had to talk to my
Ain't no
other
way.
best friend Dexter.
I was very surprised.
Do
I was
still have
surprised
to
when I
look
saw
at
his ticket purchase. I was like, dang.
Also, Ascension is up to 128,000 euro prize pool.
I wish that was
Wow.
us. But I don't have French money or
We're
Continental
gonna get
Tires
into
as a
that.
sponsor.
We have
we just
to
have
send a
to.
message to Macron.
Oh, it's like,
Macron
it
is
was
the
what,
president of France?
10,000 euro base
Yeah.
prize pool, and the rest is
You're
all
right.
the sub money going into it.
Yeah. I mean, when you're a popular streamer and you have literally the control of the entire French market, like, hey, good on you. I'm impressed how like influential he is and how he still like caters back to like Trackmania as like for big events like this, because nobody else kind of does that for smaller communities unless you count like Ludwig doing that for like Super Smash Bros or something, but like
Oh yeah.
you don't really see that for smaller communities. So it's really cool that he does that, and I'm happy that it's like so huge. I just wish it was huge for the international audience and not just France, but still, like, it's really cool what he's doing. So
maybe we can find like the biggest German influencers next time and invite them, and maybe
I did
that
find the
helps.
biggest German. No, I'm kidding.
Who is actually the biggest influencer in Germany?
In Germany, I think
I mean,
it's
Trilux
Montana
is
Black.
up there. He is like
I
one of
know
the most
that
well.
too.
No. I mean,
No,
he's up there, but
listen.
he's so far away.
You
from
would
the
have
biggest
thought
one.
people were salivating when Trilux was talking about coming to Experion. Like Experion was like, like
Yeah, because
but that's only because they're
Trilux is in the
Counter-Strike.
Trackmania community.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to talk about big German creators, it's probably...
Yeah, but like gaming
Montana
creators,
Black.
okay.
yeah.
Hey, finish.
That's the biggest one.
It's probably
Yes.
Montana Black, Knossi, Ohne Pixel, and Gronk. Those are like the
Only
top
Pixel
4.
is German?
Yeah, he's German.
Trimax. Anyway,
I don't know any, so
people.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
we need that people in Trackmania.
Yeah. Your country brought us the wonderful XQC. How do you feel
I
about that,
fucking
Lingo?
love XQC.
I don't really watch XQC.
I don't either.
like it's just funny. Like when he talks, he talks really fast, but it's like at the same time
It's
we don't
like,
really
okay,
understand
guys, so we're gonna
anything.
really do this right now. We're gonna play the game, and I'm like, chat, hey, chat.
Like even me, I'm impressed like how fast he talk. Like I'm really impressed. Like
He's
but just
supposed to run faster than the mouth. That is what happens. He cannot speak as fast as
He's on
his
like
thoughts. That's why he's like, you know.
he's on like 10 pills of Adderall and like
also
14
like
cans
it's
of
so funny
Monster.
Yeah,
because
I don't like him.
Like when he's playing in games, sometimes there's like people like I'm not say stream sniping, but they know it's him. It's like in a Warzone game like that. You can hear like what the other people said. Like they're saying like blah, 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 like you know like they're just mucking.
I was in the Overwatch. Actually, fun fact about my esports history for anybody who cares. I was in the very first official Overwatch tournament, playing for a team. Wait, what are you talking? Are you laughing? What I miss?
It's
What
fucking
happened?
Lingo, dude.
Bro, what I do? What?
You just like what you said. Like for the people who care, I just said like.
Stop.
Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, okay, that's fair.
Wait.
That's fair. Yeah. Halt, stop. Yeah, no, I was in the very first ever Overwatch tournament. So the very first official tournament that Overwatch hosted, I was at in Santa Ana, California. With a team, a sponsored team. I had a team that I made. He was just saying, "Ain't no way, Lime. Relax, okay." No, I had a sponsored team. I was interning for a tournament software platform, which is really funny because now we're also kind of like bringing a tournament software platform to XPEvo. But I was interning for a tournament software startup, and they sent me and my 5 other team members. They gave us a hotel and everything, and they paid for us to enter into the Overwatch tournament, which was really cool. And we went out the first round.
Unlucky.
The whole
But
story.
Dyrus was there, so that's all that matters to me. Dyrus was there. XQC didn't exist yet at that point. But I do remember XQC when he started. I remember XQC when he got kicked from Overwatch because he was toxic. So, yeah.
XQC toxic? What do you mean?
I don't know. Like the only thing I heard about XQC for like the last month, it was only because like some drama about him reacting to people or something like that.
Yeah,
Like the only...
I didn't get that drama.
Yeah, so I can explain it really quickly. So basically what XQC does is he plays YouTube videos on his stream and he reacts to them. Like he just like basically, oh, that's crazy. That's his reaction. Like he doesn't actually go into depth about how he feels about the videos really. So the issue is that you're taking this video that may have not gotten a lot of views, and he's basically profiting off that video for content, and none of that revenue is shared to the creator, and the creators, like, if they worked really hard and they may have organically gotten views through YouTube through an algorithm or anything, it's completely thrown off by XQC when he watches these smaller creators. So it throws off the algorithm completely, and like he basically gets money and credit and content off the backs of smaller creators, and that's the main drama behind it.
Oh, okay, yeah, kind of makes sense.
Literally everyone does it though.
Yeah,
Everybody
Literally
does it, but
everyone.
he's the biggest streamer at the
biggest,
moment, so that's why the spotlight's on him. But other streamers do it too.
I mean, I think the main problem is that the system is just not made for it. Like, especially like with something with YouTube or stuff like that. Like with live streaming, it's difficult, but a lot of people like actually upload reactions to YouTube, and then you basically have the YouTube video and you have a reaction to that YouTube video.
Yep.
And for some reason, it's literally impossible just to, like, for example, share the income. Like imagine I could just upload my reaction to a video on YouTube and say, yeah, this is a reaction to video XY, and every like ad revenue on my video is also going to be shared with whatever split, like 40% or whatever, how much you want to value the original video. So the original content creator would also get something. Like,
so
something like that on YouTube could be made and would probably make a lot of sense. But
so Azil just
Twitch...
asked the question. Sorry to cut you off. Azil just asked the question in chat, but isn't he indirectly promoting the video to 100K people sometimes? But you, Shorty, just kind of explained the reason. Because he also uploads videos of his reactions on YouTube, and other creators do. They upload their reactions of a YouTube video, onto YouTube. So people are only watching the streamer's YouTube videos and not the actual video itself.
Yeah, but like, it's understandable. Like, it's sure that if it's like a a huge video before XQC React, it's fine. I think it's like less, but like if it's like, I don't know, like a video that have like 50K views, like max, like everyone is just gonna go watch like XQC reaction to it. Like it's understandable.
If it's something that wouldn't show up in the algorithm, and like people are only going to watch XQC's video for it, and he's going to get the revenue from it unless somebody claims it. And to claim,
you can claim that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So like one of the people made a big post on Reddit explaining the process. To make a claim on a video, you have to go through a very arduous process. It's not simple as like clicking a couple buttons and filling out a couple fields on a form. You have to go through an extensive process to be able to claim, and by the time everything's said and done, you only get ad revenue after like it gets accepted, and you don't get backtracked for that ad revenue. You only get the continuing ad revenue after that acceptance. So,
Yep.
I mean, YouTube probably will eventually adjust their policy on that, but for right now, it's just even trying to make a claim for ad revenue. It's not. It doesn't work the way it's intended. We're supposed to.
I mean, to be fair, it's a discussion that's already going on for like half a year with also in the German in the German scene and everything like that. People are aware of the issues, and I don't know if something is gonna come or not. But either way, it's definitely like currently it's a little bit weird of a situation, especially with how claiming on YouTube works. But even if they fix that, then obviously if you live react, then that's not on YouTube then. So I don't know how you're gonna go with that, if that's okay or if that's not okay. And either way, it's. Yeah.
I love when we
It's a
go off on
difficult
random.
topic.
I love when we go off on random topics. Chris passive aggressively changes the title on the bottom, and it's
Yes,
like
yes.
talking
I saw
about
that.
XQC apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
I mean, at
Just
least
I mean,
in the
just
gaming
interviewing.
community,
Explain
it's like-
yourself.
We just have to make it seem as if it's Trackmania related. So, guys, how about we start a Trackmania streamer that is, doing reaction content? So I'm gonna basically stream, and I'm gonna restream Dexter's gameplay, and then I'm gonna play.
Spammy did that on Spammy did that for Janix video.
I mean,
sometimes
XQC
I
has
also
played
react to
Trackmania on
Trackmania videos.
stream before, so it is relevant,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Surely.
Sure.
I
Surely.
think I saw it like play
Apparently.
once or twice. I know I saw him play it. I saw him. So. Even on his YouTube channel, you have like one video about it. I think it's like 20 minutes.
Actually, XQC played Trackmania, so it's related, you know?
Yeah. Let's talk about Lyric now, because he played Trick.
No.
I'm gonna react to his videos.
Yeah. So
You know what we haven't done? We haven't asked Lingo about his history playing Trackmania.
yes.
Oh, no.
Let's have a second.
Interview him.
Chris, can you passive aggressively change the title to now talking about Lingo's history? Apparently.
Apparently.
Apparently at the end.
Lingo, tell us, how did you get involved with Trackmania? What brought you to this wonderful world of psychoses and
that is even
molding?
And why do you change your name so often? People want to know.
Yeah, and why do you change your name so often?
And what is your next name?
What is your next name? Okay, I think I can already respond to you, Shorty. Like, I think my next name is going to be like my original name, like Lingo TM. But it's like an event, so I'm gonna ask actually the guy who picked my name to just change his name back to like his previous name, because I actually know who it is, and the guy is actually going to the event as well.
Oh, you know him. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I know him. It's starting with an F. It's starting with the F.
Okay, perfect.
If you know,
I had the same issue with someone taking up my name, and I changed it to test with the nicknames, and I was like, Then I messaged him, didn't get a response for over a week. I was like, that's not good.
Well, actually, I have two guys changing to my name. Like one that changes like first letter to I, and one to L. So yeah.
Oh, because it looks the same.
Yeah, it looks the same. Like this is why I have two Twitch channels. Like I have one like Lingo TM normally, like I'm chatting with, and I have another one for like streaming that is like with the I. Like this is why, like people at start, like when they wanted to rate me, it was like you're rating the other channel. Like
maybe you shouldn't say that too loud. We are on Twitch, and you just said that you have multiple accounts on Twitch, and that's not quite allowed. Just saying.
Yeah, but like if you Twitch, we're really listening to me right now.
What we're saying is just fantasy, okay? What is being said right now on the podcast?
We're role playing.
It's just I'm just hoping right now, guys. Don't worry.
Oh,
even smurfing on Twitch, I know it. Okay, so about like why do I change my name like every time, like often? Just because I want.
Okay, that's fair.
It's not really because like I'm obligated, or just because I like changing names. I just like.
I was in a phase like that, so.
Yeah, like at the start it was funny because like the streamers, like at the start when they were first saying my name, like like changing my name, they were like, "Who is this guy?" Like it was just funny to me at the start, but now I change my name instantly. Like, and after 2 minutes after, they know it's me. Like
that's fair.
It's not funny anymore.
I have one question in this regard. Who runs the website?
Okay. The guy actually there's a guy actually sending me like a new website because the last one was down. But I don't know if he actually want him. I don't know if he will like if I leak his name or something like that. But there's a guy that just said that they're like, hope you don't mind. I did this to replace the other one that has been done for a while now. Okay, I'm gonna send it in the like the new one in the. Don't say to me I open fucking Minecraft.
Can you maybe explain what kind of website we're even talking about?
Huh?
Sorry, yes,
Not
there is a
everybody is gonna know
website.
that.
There is a
Okay.
website that tracks current Lingo's current Ubisoft username. It was like, what is Lingo's current username dot something. And now they
Fucking
also
way.
made the same with for Hobbit, I think, because he also started changing it. Yeah, like it's such a big meme that Lingo is changing his nickname every 30 days that we needed a website to know what his current nickname is.
Trackmania community is so weird sometimes. Like also what happened with Alcon that one time. All of a
Right,
sudden we have 20 people with
All the
the
old
70
cons.
Elcons.
yeah.
I don't know. Like it's been a long time since I heard about Elcon lately, so I don't know
He's
what.
been in the hospital for the last couple weeks, from what I understand. So
Wait,
he,
Aircon is in the hospital?
well, he was. I don't know why.
What
Oh.
happened.
I also think that probably I would assume that I mean, forever, if he's still here, he might be able to, or if he's not, whatever. But I assume that, like, I don't think it affected his health, but I definitely think that Elcon playing in TMGL impacted his motivation for Trackmania in general. It just felt like that way because even after he stopped playing, like, I didn't really see him. Maybe I just
Like I saw him like sometimes, but like otherwise I
he
didn't really
wasn't as
see him.
active as he used to
Yeah.
be. So
I
Like
mean
I
it makes
just
a
saw
lot of
him.
sense. You know, you have to practice for TMGL quite a bit, and that takes away obviously the time that you use to play Trackmania casually.
sorry to
This is why I will
distract,
never
but
be in TMGL.
Dexter is also streaming a XPEvo map discovery at the moment.
Okay, let's
Do
just
you
go.
even listen to me? Like
No.
ever?
You said he was
Okay.
coming. I didn't hear the part where you said he was actually streaming.
No,
right
Lime
now.
said he's coming. I said he's also streaming the mapping, and then
Oh.
somebody said, "Oh, he's by the way also coming."
I have selective hearing.
I let's just spectate Dexter stream so we can create more drama now.
He's playing Doogie's
Yeah.
map.
I know.
Wait.
Nah,
Okay, to
it's
bring
kinda,
back,
it's kinda.
I was gonna
Sorry,
say, to
Chris?
bring this podcast back on track, Lingo, how did you get started in Trackmania?
The thing is that I actually don't remember really. Like, it could be because of virtual, it could be that, or it could be because I discovered the game on, like, I saw people streaming it.
Virtual.
So I was.
Must
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Most square people
He's a
probably
guess. I'm
virtual.
kidding.
So I will say virtual. Like I saw like one of the two videos about the game, and I was just really interested in it. So I saw like I know Temp 2020 wasn't out yet. It was like a couple months before that. So I bought TM2. Then I played for like I would say 10 hours max. Like I like the game, but like not that much at the start of it. So I just stopped until TM20 was out. And it's like September, October. Now I installed TM 2020, and it was like at the start I wasn't playing a lot. I was just playing like often. Like if I was playing more like Valorant, like games like that, Overwatch. I was playing more like that. So like if there was like like no game, I actually wanted to play. I was just playing a little bit of Trackmania. It was that, and I started playing like it started becoming my main game in like mid 2021. So it's like it was like the time I started actually trying, like because right before it was like just for fun. But still today I still play for fun. Like I try out a little bit, but like not too much.
But even the people tryharding are tryharding because it's fun.
Yeah, no, but like I play this game because it's fun. Like it's really a fun game for me. It's sure that if there's a competition, I still I still play for fun. Like in Nepal, like I train until I'm just bored. So that pretty much after 2 hours. But yeah, but it's pretty much like I play and after I'm just AFK for like 3 hours and I just go back into the game. Like it's mostly that.
No.
But now that I work, so I cannot play a lot of Trackmania. Really mad. But it's fine. But yeah. Also, don't talk to me about the Sundays, man, in Portugal.
I want to talk to you about the Sundays.
You want me to know what I do exactly?
No.
I know you're interested.
You work. That's all you got to say.
Yeah, I work.
No, nothing.
Man, why do you work? How dare you?
It's just that because I finished like the obligating school, I finished that. So I wanted to do like a formation or something like that. But I needed to be like 18 years old. But because I wasn't 18 at this time, so I couldn't really, I could have gone to school like, because here in Canada we have like CJEP after high school. So it's like 2 or 3, it's like before university. Why are you laughing, Import?
Speedy says Lingo goes to church on Sundays to get the Lord to tell him his next username.
But
That's so good,
Wow.
bro. Oh.
No. So after that, like, I didn't want to spend like $1,000 for like just school for like absolutely like nothing, pretty much. So my parents said to me that if I want to stay home for like a year, like I need to at least work like 25 hours a week, at least. So I just went, like a job. I just searched for a job and I found it. So,
That's
but
normal.
where I work, it's like you need to at least work one day weekend and one day in the week, like at least.
Okay. Yeah.
Like if you're working at least 25 hours. Like if it was just like one day, like Sunday, it's fine. But it's really like I need to at least work one day in the week and one day in the weekend. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I
So this is why
understand
I
actually.
cannot really play like any competition. Like I actually will like to play more competition, like maybe not like XPEvo because it's a LAN and everything, but more like online competition I would actually like to play. But it's always like I could play the first day, but then when it comes to the second day, no, I just cannot.
You just
So I
have
just need to like forfeit
to
it.
you just have to win so many events on Sundays that you get enough money with it that is basically the same as your salary, and then you can tell your parents, yeah, but what do you want? I'm working.
I also
Why
I mean
why don't you just work during weekdays?
Did you
Or why
didn't
don't you
hear
just
Trace?
stream with your cam on since everybody says you're hot? So that means they'll donate money to you. And then you can say, hey,
Yeah.
mom and dad, I'm working.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna show my big muscle.
Yeah.
The big muscle.
I'm not gonna do that.
Man, it's just no, but like for the
Come on,
XPEvo, I took
Lime. Flex it.
yeah.
Flex it, Lime. Flex it.
No, but for the
Ow,
XPEvo, I
that hurt
took
my forearm.
like where I
Cramp.
work, I have
Ow.
like 1 week of vacation. Like I have 1 week free of vacation, so I took the vacation like for XPEvo and everything.
I really
Makes
had
a
a
lot of
cramp in my
sense, actually.
forearm
Yeah,
when I did that. Ow.
You have to let it open. Ow.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We're hurting ourselves, okay?
The thing is that it hurts. I don't know actually why it hurts here, but I got my blood work done a few days ago on Tuesday, and now it hurts here. So I
It
cannot.
still hurts.
Yeah, it hurts. Okay, that's why I was asking. Is it normal to go to the doctor and get your blood test
Told you,
out?
he's a vampire.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, let's
And actually,
I have no
I
idea.
think look my arm.
hey you.
Oh, that doesn't look very great, to be honest.
No,
I mean, that's normal. That's pretty
No.
normal. After getting your blood drawn, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you
this
get
has
major
never
bruising.
happened to me.
No.
I'm telling you, yes.
You
If
don't
you
get
have-
get major
It
If
happens
you
to
have-
my dad like all the time.
If you have shitty veins,
I'm
that is
okay.
what's happening.
If you have shitty veins, maybe, yes, but like
thing
normally
is
that
that
doesn't happen.
Your veins
listen.
are mud and lime. You hear that?
I get
Can you
my
not have
blood
your
test
name
done every
rhyme with
6
mime?
months.
That'd be great. Sorry. Keep talking. Just keep talking. What the heck?
What the fuck?
This
I
podcast
did.
is becoming so chaotic.
Yeah, no. Since last week we lost it. We lost this shit.
It's true.
But I like it. I like the vibes of the podcast now.
Don't blame me, please.
Chaos.
No, this
It's
is started
okay.
even before you.
It
It was
start.
with
It
imports.
started when we started talking about Pinky Doll.
Yeah, like
Last
when it's
week.
important, it's always becoming chaotic.
Yeah.
Really mad.
Oh, okay. What is the next subject?
Next subject is
Something else.
Something else. Okay.
Something like
Okay.
that.
Something else.
We're nearing somewhat of the end of the podcast, to Chris's delight, I'm sure. I did want to bring up some things that people may want to know. Let's bring it back around to some XPEvo things really quickly here. There are still tickets available, basic and tournament entry tickets available. There are still quite a few left. They are going very quickly. The sign on the Eventbrite page is correct. They are going fast. So if you want to play in the tournament, I highly encourage you to play in the tournament, because even if you feel like you may not be skilled enough, I definitely think it's still something that you could enjoy a lot. Also, once we start eliminating players, that allows us to open up more PCs. Not only that, but the more people that attend, the higher likelihood that we get the entire venue to ourselves, and that allows all the PCs that are currently on the main floor of the venue to be specifically and exclusive to us. So that means we get more PCs for everybody to play and practice on and do things. So maybe you should do that. I will not reveal the number of how many people are attending, but we are in the several hundreds. We have
We're
already
actually done.
doubled. We've already doubled our. Well, we've already beat my prediction, which I will not tell you, but I can tell you that we are already double in attendance of what Trackmania was.
That's gonna be huge.
So yes,
No, you can continue. I will say it after.
you have a question?
Yes.
Ask the question.
Mm. I will be there. I will arrive in Germany. It's like Thursday or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a possibility to I can join before Friday? Like I just go into because my hotel is in the same building as
The
the
venue will
event.
be open. The venue will be open, so you'll be able to use a computer if you want to. Now
Oh,
there will be
yeah.
other people using the venue. So because the venue is open every day, to the general public, you don't have to pay to use the piece. Experience kind of crazy. Like once you go there, you realize they have all this stuff, like PCs and everything, and they're completely free to use. There's no logins, nothing. You just literally walk up to the PC and you hop on it and you start using it. So yeah, if you want to come in early, you can. There's nothing stopping you. You may see quite a few of us staff people running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off, because we'll be
But if you
doing.
wait, if you arrive early, because me and Gecko will also arrive early on Tuesday, and we want to do a short size scene around Cologne. So if you want to go with us, see like the
Ooh,
cathedral.
a community sightseeing tour with Gecko
Yeah,
and Lime.
yeah. It's so cute. Yeah, but
It's
no, we're gonna do
adorbs.
that. We're gonna do a short size scene, and then we're gonna head up to Experion to do the pre-podcast
Yeah,
dingies.
I mean,
or trying
technically,
stuff.
if we wanted to, I wonder. We probably could if people showed up. If you guys are here on Thursday, or you know your friends are coming on Tuesday, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from having a live audience for our podcast. That would be kind of cool. So if you guys are there, Shorty's freaking out right now, and his camera panned. His camera even moved to show how much he's freaking out right now.
And here I thought, oh well, nobody's gonna be there.
I mean, bro,
all
you're
good, all
you're
chill.
literally going to be on the analyst thing. There's gonna be people
there's gonna
looking
be
at
But that's
you.
different.
You're
That's
gonna be on the
different.
stage. Aw,
It's the
whatever.
same shit.
If anything, the only person who should be worried would be me, because then I have actual people in person looking at me as I say my crazy opinions. So,
I
but
actually enjoy that more than streaming it because I think that I don't know, on the internet. Well, yeah, in real life it's the same thing. But
Yeah,
I
on
prefer
internet.
the in real life. I'm more open in real life when I have to put on a show, for example,
mm,
than on a stream. I'm really shy on the internet. It's fucking ridiculous.
yeah,
Also
I
in
w-
like
mm, go ahead.
you know, like compare like online, you can say bullshit, but on offline, no. You
No,
cannot
I
really
say
say
a
like
lot of shit offline, but online I can't because if someone takes me out of content, then I'm fucked, you know. And instead of in real life, I can control who is recorded or not. Is it?
If
That's why I
Mel
don't get
stays the
censored.
entire day, I would try to have Mel as a special guest. If not, we just have a bunch of people rotate in as guests each time or something, or just like I don't know how we would do it, but like
We just let them stand in a line, and then we just say next, and the one that's
I
between
mean,
the couch tells
have
us to go,
people.
and the next
Yep.
one comes in.
Thanks.
I mean, sure. Yeah. I will say, if you do come on Thursday and you do see our people working, like obviously, if you want to say hi to people, feel free to say hi, but understand that everybody is working really hard to set up for the event. So please make sure that if you say hi to them, you just say hi and don't try to distract them, because most of the time, most of us will be trying to set up a lot of things. I know for the production staff, especially as casters, those in production, we're going to be doing a lot of rehearsal, especially on Thursday. And then on top of that, having the podcast as like an extra rehearsal. So also the TOs, they're all going to be busy trying to make sure all the computers are set up, everything's working good, the servers, whatnot. So we're going to be pretty busy. If you want to say hi, feel free to say hi, but just understand that like they got things to do.
No
Don't
pictures,
distract my
please.
workers. Really mad.
Also, don't forget to buy your XPEvo merch if you're coming to
Yes,
XPEvo.
actually, that was the next part I was going to get at. Thank you. Yeah, I even made a channel in the Evo Discord for easier, so you don't have to go through news and like rummage through that. You can go to the XPEvo merch channel to go look at the XPEvo merch at the shop.evoesports.gg and get yourself some XPEvo merch. And I wish, actually, excuse me, I will be back.
He's gone.
I think he
Another
has.
one that's
Okay,
he's
now we
doing the
can talk.
lingo.
Goodbye, import. Good to see.
Now we
I
can
mean,
talk
if you're a fan
smack.
of Evo, you can also get an Evo shirt. But also, us cool. Our staff have cool like little XPEvo staff shirts.
Ooh.
Lingo, I saw that. And like, yeah, we have like little staff shirts. Isn't it cute? Aw.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I show my
see.
butt. Yeah. Do you want to see it again?
Mm.
Mm.
Oh my.
I think you're on the wrong platform.
Right. Gang.
I import when OnlyFans.
When OnlyFans? Yeah, I have a fan. It's a fan. It's the only one I got.
Eva underwear. Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I send you $5 so you can make me a custom one.
Mm. Yeah,
I
let
actually
me
have an OnlyFans. No. Hey, family friendly. You got to.
I just pulled down my shirt. What is this?
You know, as a woman, I cannot do that.
Listen, Oda Block was literally shirtless, getting his head shaved by his girlfriend while casting a Trackmania Grand League match, and me just tugging my shirt ever so slightly is not family friendly. Get over yourself.
I cannot do that because I'm a woman. Unfairness.
Yeah, that's sexism.
That doesn't stop any of the female streamers.
To
Yeah,
some
It is
degree.
not
like we can see on Twitch.
Ah.
Especially the girls who like to paint their bodies with only little stick-ons
Oh,
over their
that's
boobs.
so fucking weird. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. It's art, whatever you want, but come on. They show everything. Like
I'm like,
nothing for the imagination.
how is this not considered porn at this point?
It's a soft
But
porn,
also import. Where
but
are you
also
watching that?
art.
Huh? It's on Twitch.
It's on
Yeah, but
Twitch.
It's on the
where-
front page.
I
Lingo's
know, but
gonna be
like, where
like,
are you
okay,
watching
I'm doing
that?
a little research.
I'm not watching it.
It's like
I
a car
really-
crash. You don't want to
I
look
don't-
at it, but
it's
your
one of
eyes
the-
just.
It's the same thing with like the Pinky Doll thing last week. It's like it shows up in your feed and it's like you're forced to watch it for 5 seconds because you're like, what the heck is going on here? Same thing with Twitch. It's like you see a girl like naked and man, I Mongo man see naked girl I must see for like 5 seconds and then be over it. So
5 seconds. Ooh.
No, but I
Yeah.
just don't know because like sometimes
that's how
like,
long I last.
no, because like sometimes there's people getting banned for like, just showing like like one, I don't know, like a little bit of like I can't talk, man. Like just showing a little bit. And then there's people like, showing their,
It's
like,
difficult. I know because we are family
Disgusting,
friendly, and
where?
you have to find the right words.
yeah.
I
Like,
need you to
it's-
send me the link for science. I need to inspect this thoroughly.
I'm going to send you that right after stream.
Ah,
With him. Aye.
yeah. All right, chat.
That's
Do you have any
hilarious.
questions? Anything XPEvo? Anything Lingo related? Anything?
Anything
Yeah.
lingo, bingo, bilingo related.
Lingo, bingo, dingo.
Duolingo. Actually, that one would
Duolingo?
have been,
Oh, that's
that
it.
would have been a really good
Duolingo.
one.
That's
No,
something
somebody
me.
has that. Somebody has that.
Oh.
No, but like Duolingo is one of the guy that took my name.
Ah,
Dude, Duolingo should be your TMWT team.
that would be
Actually,
cool,
they should be.
actually.
They should
should also
sponsor
be
you. They
sponsoring,
should
yeah.
actually sponsor you because then you could like the 3-letter, like the clan tag could be Duo. And
encouraging
and your
gamers to
name is
learn new
different.
but, like,
languages.
Like I'm not gonna present
Oh.
present myself to hello, I'm Duolingo. Like it's just gonna be just weird. Like I'm the application.
On a side rant, I have to say, I always find it funny when I'm on Reddit and somebody's like, yeah, I'm moving to Germany. It's typically American. I'm moving to Germany and I've been doing Duolingo for a year. So I think I have a grasp of the language. So like, I'm just like,
No.
I'm standing here and I was like,
No.
I was unfortunately one of those Americans. I wasn't like, I didn't think that I had a grasp on the language. Let me clarify. I had a basic vocabulary of German to at least know like my left from my right, like barely A1 level German.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I always find it funny when somebody's like, "Yeah, I've been doing Duolingo on German for like 2 years." And my dad's like, "I have a 670-day streak on Duolingo." I'm like, "And you still can't speak German to me."
Yeah, I feel like Duolingo is maybe a good start, but if you want to get properly fluent at the language, I think something like Duolingo is just one part of the puzzle, maybe one piece of it.
The thing is that
Yeah.
Duolingo just teaches you so many fucking random words that you cannot really use it on a daily stuff. Like it's I try it for learning German, but it just it doesn't add up, you know? And like
So Chris, I think that was Chris, asked when I'm doing or when we're doing Deutsche Donnerstag again. I used to when I was streaming actively, like after Trackmania, I would do every Thursday as Deutsche Donnerstag, where I would speak only German.
Oi.
Maybe that's what you should start doing, Lime. Deutsche Donnerstag.
Not a bad idea.
I'm
I mean,
just
the only
gonna
way
be
to learn a
saying ja,
language is
genau.
speaking it. Like Ozzy was said.
Natürlich. Ach so. But yeah,
Yeah, you have to-
I can do
du musst
something similar,
Sprechen.
yes.
Du musst sprechen.
Du musst
Immer so.
sprechen Deutsch.
Ja. Sprich Deutsch, du Hurensohn. The only phrase you ever need to know.
Can you translate?
If you're on Reddit.
Speak German, you son of a bitch.
Hey.
Oh.
I mean, that's what it means. But it's a meme. It's a meme. Literally, go on Reddit and like
Yeah.
literally, it's like sprich Deutsch, du Hurensohn. Like
I think there's also a Reddit called like that.
it also happens when you join like a German Discord call and like somebody starts speaking English and then somebody will speak up and be like sprich Deutsch, du Hurensohn, like jokingly, and everybody laughs and it's a good time. And then we move
Yeah.
on with life.
Weird.
What? You're just a hater.
I am a hater of many things.
Dieser
yes.
Kommentarbereich ist nun Eigentum der Bundesrepublik Deutschlands.
Oh, can I say something random that happened at work?
Sure.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Story time with Lime.
it's a story time. We had a canteen. How do you say in English?
A cafe?
Cantina.
Like a cantina, but yeah, like a cafe.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah,
It serves
where
food
we
and drinks,
go.
right? Like a little fast, like food and drink place, right?
Yes, and the thing is
Yeah.
that it's managed by a lady or a guy, depends on whoever is working that day.
Hmm.
And dude, this bitch closes the canteen before the time that we had to go eat. Okay,
Mhm.
she was like, "We close at 9:30," and she closes at 9. So there were a bunch of people waiting outside the canteen, and she was like, 9, canteen closed, whatever.
That's so
I was
German
like,
of her.
because she's German.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah.
exactly. That's so German of her.
Yeah, and I was like, the fuck is wrong with you?
It
I want to
it
talk
is
to the
not of the making of the senses in order to stay open 30 minutes when only one person is going to show up, and we lose money when we have to keep the lights on, Lime.
She just wanted to leave early, like fucking lazy people, And I started talking to her. I was like, "Yeah, but you cannot leave me without food because I have to stay until very late." And then she was like, "Her English is something, but she doesn't know so much English,
Oh, her
It's-
English. Okay.
Yeah, her English." So there was a moment that she would start talking in German to me. I contained myself. I really contained myself, and I was like, "Don't talk." Yeah, I really wanted to say, "Don't talk German to me," when all the people don't know German, because there was no one speaking German at that moment, so it was just her. Like,
Yeah, but that's
going on and
extremely German. Like we had a guy pull up to our warehouse, and like it's me and 3 African American dudes. We're clearly American, like on an American base, and this guy pulls up and he's like, "Ja, Entschuldigung, sprechen Sie Deutsch?" And we're like, I mean, I do, and my boss does, but like we're just like there, and we're just like, you clearly know we're American.
Well, he asked you.
He
at
did
least.
ask.
Yeah,
He was
no,
like,
he asked
English
you.
oder Deutsch? And I'm like,
If you go to
okay.
France, they just don't ask. They're just gonna talk to you in French, and they just expect you to understand. And if you don't, that's your problem, not mine.
Yeah, true.
Actually, I was in France once, and there was one guy coming to me asking me about an address, and I say, "Oh no, sorry, I don't speak French, and I'm not from here." And he was like, "Why are you here then?" And I was
Yeah.
like,
I keep
"Bro,
my
I'm
interactions
visiting a
with
fucking
French people
country."
very short. When I've ever traveled there, I'm like, bonjour, un baguette, merci, and that's it.
Yeah, but at least you
Un
know something.
croissant.
Right?
Actually, I usually say un croissant.
Un croissant.
Your
Un
travel orders
croissant.
for 1 baguette?
It's croissant.
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 Écriel.
Wait, Lingo, you know French?
The squirrel.
I'm French Canadian, so.
He's Quebec.
Yeah,
Le
but
fromage.
Yeah, but fromage.
Yeah,
I
How
actually
the
got
fuck do you
stopped
say
by
this?
the French police once, but they didn't talk English,
He's
so yeah.
Quebecian. Quebecois.
Like, I don't know why, but
You
like.
say Quebec?
Yeah, he's from Quebec.
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 Okay,
Quebec.
Quebec.
Like, I don't know why, like in French, from France, like they're saying gendarmerie for like police and everything. Like, and
What
for
does it
us, like
mean?
in Quebec, in French Canadian, we're saying like policier, like police.
What's wrong with that
Well,
gets? Bashone, they are
makes more
lethal
sense.
weapons in France that like are hard as rocks. You don't mess with somebody when they have a baguette in their hand. It's like a bat.
It's my weapon.
And it's always fun we're going through, and you'll just see somebody with straight up like massive baguette in one hand, and they just like walking through the city with just a massive baguette in their hand. It's great.
Fantastic, actually.
Yeah, man, Actifab, like, got really mad.
It's okay.
Mm.
You're the acceptable version of Frenchies.
There was a
'Cause you're-
question
No,
for...
the better one, the better one.
The bitter one. Oh yeah, let's start a third world war with that one.
The nicest one.
I think we just lost like 1/3 of our French viewers.
Right.
I believe we don't have any French.
Okay,
French?
let's
I mean,
get
No,
to questions.
we have a speed
man.
self. What are you doing?
Yeah,
There was a
exchange of
question
PayPal.
for Lingo.
Oh no.
The question was from Aziel.
Yeah, no, it's about the
Yes,
practice.
do you want to practice the maps later?
I already
Interview.
responded to him, man. I said
Do
yes.
it now.
I said yes later, but like I'm gonna take a short break after the cast.
Okay.
The podcast.
Chris speaking up means he's ready for it to be done because we've been going for 2 hours. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and
Yeah.
wrap it up here.
It's not been 2 hours. No, you have like another
No,
20
it's been
minutes.
1 hour and
we,
like 15.
we
40
understand
minutes.
the things, you know, the
I
indirect.
understand the needs of Chris.
Chris doesn't want me in the podcast anymore.
You have to
poor Chris had
feed
to
him.
change the title so many times.
You have to
Yeah.
feed him water Chris on a daily basis at specific intervals of the day, and if you don't, he gets very cranky. And we're at the point where we haven't fed him and watered him in a while, so now we have to wrap it up.
I'm not an animal import, okay?
I was actually referring to as a beautiful flower because flowers need food and water,
Those kiddos
fertilizer
photosynthesis.
and water.
I'm gonna cancel you IRL in Minecraft.
I'm only going
Not-
to XPEvo just to cancel an import only.
I
for
can
that.
I can envision it like on Friday, like at the evening on Friday, like just two security guys throwing out import because he said something to Chris and Chris just couldn't have it anymore.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
think
throw
it's-
me out. This is
what-
my event.
The funny thing is like, well, that would be funny. Me and Chris will probably hardly see each other at the event, except for like when nothing is going on because we will be so busy.
Yeah, probably.
Amma said he's going to defend me easily. There we go. I feel so much safer with him defending me somehow.
I'm gonna attack you.
Actually,
wow.
yeah, Amma would be a good defender for you.
Yeah, can you be my bodyguard, Lime?
Hey?
Can you
What
be
is
my
that?
bodyguard?
No, how?
Yeah, man.
Why not? You just said you literally just said you were going to be a good defender. So why don't you
No,
be my
I
bodyguard?
said Amma. You the fuck.
Oh,
Amma.
Amma. I heard Ima, not Amma. Okay.
Dude, I'm 155. Who am I gonna defend?
Sounds
you
like a
from?
great bodyguard. What are you talking about?
I mean, okay, no.
All right, we let's end the podcast here.
The camera moves.
Thank you, Lingo, for joining us this evening. I really appreciate it.
Oh.
He's been begging me to be on the podcast, and I said he would. So yeah.
I know.
Yeah, flexing boy.
It's the opposite,
other-
man. It's him that said to me that he wanted me to be in the podcast.
Oh, that I said
Yeah.
I wanted you
Like,
to be on the podcast.
I'm so famous, Kupian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am as per individuals. I am nobody cares about me. So, so I begged Lingo. I was like, please grace us with your presence, and he did. And I have to. I mean, you can ask Lime and Shorty. I have to beg them every single week. Please, can we do a podcast? I mean, like, I just need you guys to show up so we can get views. Yeah. No, actually, without Lime and Shorty, this podcast would not be possible. Could you imagine me just trying to do a podcast by myself? Everybody would hate it.
I can imagine you doing it. I just
I
don't
can
know how
imagine you
people would
doing
react.
it.
I mean,
I mean, to be fair, doing a podcast alone is pretty much just
I would not
just
do that.
streaming.
I
so-
could not
I will
have a
see you.
self-talk show.
I would actually see you import doing a podcast alone.
Are there people doing podcasts alone, by the way?
I
I don't-
think-
I don't even know. Like,
I don't know. Like
You
all
would at
the
least
ones
have
I
me
know.
butting in.
Yeah, I would have Chris like constantly correcting me every time.
Yeah, actually, that would be kind of funny, to be honest.
At that point, it's not a podcast; it's just a radio show.
Yes,
Ooh.
that's true.
And the equivalent of me talking myself would be like watching, like, I don't know, one of those crazy like conservative like radio shows, like talking conspiracy theory garbage.
Conspiracy
They're
about-
poisoning the water and they're turning the frogs gay. Something stupid. All right, let's go. It's a good evening. We'll see you guys again whenever it happens, probably next week, but we will see you guys again. Thank you, Lime, Shorty, Lingo, for joining this
Wah.
evening. Make sure that you buy your tickets to XPEvo and the merch as well. We won't have merch at the venue, so you have to buy it online now. So make sure you do that. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks for XPEvo, but we'll still have a couple episodes of Drop Gears in between. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support that you've given us over the last year. and for the podcast over the last couple months. And we will see you again very soon. Have a good evening.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.